Hey, my name is Ryan. Welcome to 20 Minutes Underground.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Let's go.
Ryan here from Underground Reptiles. Welcome to 20 Minutes Underground, our online reptile show for enthusiasts. Like Josh. This week we're looking at big snakes, boas, pythons. I think if you think about reptiles in general, there is nothing more impressive than a large snake. The first time you see a big Burmese python or a large boa, there's nothing more astonishing. There's nothing that'll turn a kid's eye or even it's the most amazing thing. I remember going to the old Bronx Zoo and seeing they had like a 20-foot reticulated python. I thought that this is a dinosaur. This is truly a dinosaur. It's one of the saddest things in the world to me that they're outlawing the things. I hate it. I hate it. Enjoy the show. Thank you so much. We love your comments. And you who sent Moody Booty a Christmas card, I'm personally offended because he's fat and ugly and nasty and I'm not. Wuss. Hey guys, this is a Burmese python. This is actually an albino Burmese python. This is a normal faced Burmese python. Now the heyday of the Burmese pythons is pretty much gone, especially if we live in Florida. All over the country they are banning them in towns and cities. One of the best pet snakes in the world. They get tame, they're big, they're beautiful. Feed them a nice big meal and they only have to eat once a month or so when they get larger. Great animals. It's a real shame what's happened. They've gotten a bad rap. Truth on that stuff is very different than the urban tales that you've all been told, especially you guys that are out of Florida. They've completely banned 5 of the large species of snakes. Among them is the Burmese python. Burmese pythons happen to be, yes, they are loose in the Everglades, but not the reason they say. They say people that are releasing them. They've not been released in the wild in any big quantities. What happened was about 18 years ago, 20 years ago, we had a hurricane and there was a guy down in South Miami who had a big wholesale facility. And a lot of his snakes got, for lack of a better term, blown away. And almost all of the snakes that they've caught in the wild, I think all of them have been traced back to those snakes. Great animal, absolutely beautiful, docile again. Hey, we are a dying breed here. I mean, look at this big, beautiful animal. Look at this big 13-foot animal, nice and fat. This one's in shed, so a little on the grumpy side, but hey, if you don't support U.S. ARC, if you don't support and call your local congressman and tell them that you are opposing the ban on these reptiles, when you can't keep any snakes anymore, you only got yourself to blame, because next is the ball pythons, and next it actually is the boas and the tegus, and the ball pythons are right after that. Truth of the matter is there's these animal rights activists and they don't want you to have anything. They believe that they're the only ones that should keep them. We're living in a decreasingly free society where even keeping reptiles in captivity is becoming against the law. Animals come from Southeast Asia, from Vietnam to Burma. Look at that beautiful animal.
You're looking at like $4.99 with that.
And for you guys again that are out of Florida and you've seen all the great pictures of them consuming alligators, and that's all fake. I've never seen one of these animals eat an alligator. I've never seen any of them eat a reptile unless it was by accident. Don't believe the hype. Hey, for you guys that have them where you can't have them, you know that it is now a federal felony to transport this animal across state lines. So if you live in North Carolina and somebody in Georgia has one, and you take this snake to them, you have committed a federal felony of which you can get up to a year in prison for. If that isn't sick in every sense of the word, I don't know what is. Wuss.
So working the other night, I woke up and there was this smoke going through the house, and automatically I was like, oh Lord, someone's barbecuing.
Oh Lord Jesus, there's a fire.
There was a fire, and instead of thinking that there was a fire, I thought it was, oh Lord, a barbecue. Because naturally at 3 o'clock in the morning, that's what someone's gonna think, is it's a barbecue.
Well, you know, I've got bronchitis.
Ain't nobody got time for that over here.
Ain't nobody got time
for that. But oh Lord Jesus, there's a fire.
But there wasn't barbecue.
I was hoping. But
Hoping it was
instead the house burned down. Oh no. No one cares about that. We ain't got no time for that.
We got no time for that.
We got time for a barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue, no bronchitis.
No bronchitis.
No bronchitis.
Barbecue.
Barbecue. Oh Lord Jesus.
Oh Lord Jesus. We got time for barbecue.
We got time for it.
Time for barbecue.
Going on the theme of bigger snakes, here you're looking at a Colombian boa constrictor. Also one of the staples, one of the first things in the reptile industry that anybody ever looks at. Some of the most beautiful animals, some of the also most varied animals, and every South American country has their own little version. But this one actually happens to be what they call a clown face. You see the belly, how many dots, how many thousands of dots it has on it? A regular Colombian boa would have sparse dots spread around. This one has either Guyana or Suriname red-tailed boa mixed in it. Look at the difference in the saddles. Some animals have little bow ties. Some of them have big, thicker saddles. You see? He's such an amazing animal. People that are into boas, and let me tell you, there'll be a lot of boa people watching this going, oh, that guy don't know nothing about boas. And I got to tell you, shoot, you're 100% right. I've been keeping boas for 25 years, and I know so little about them because of the complexities of how wonderful they are. That's a Central American. Looks really cool. Look at this belly on this thing. Look how red, and there's so many varieties of these. Every South American country's got their own little type of boa constrictor. Just amazing animals. Look at this one. Cool animals. Again, they always come from South and Central America. Get anywhere from, as adults, 3 foot. I've seen 2.5 foot males breeding. Usually you want the female to be between 4 and 6 foot minimum before you start breeding them. Just beautiful animals. And it's kind of an animal that's going out of style, so to speak, because we get these things dropped off at our store. Almost every week we get a bunch of them. What's cool is look how the pattern changes toward the end. Now I know I'm speaking in the simplest of terms for people who don't know a lot about these. For the reptile expert that knows these things, and then the tail varies from the true boa constrictors where the tail is super red, which they call a true red tail, to a dark burgundy, and the variations of pattern. They come in albinos. I think we had a couple of albinos. I think we might have sold them. Look at the cream colors on this one's tail. Look at the high cream colors on that tail. Look at that. Just look at the color on that tail. That's a very pretty animal. And we have babies, and then they come with all the little island bases over there. You got the Corn Islands, and you got the Hog Islands, and you got so many. Boas are some of the most beautiful animals in the world. That's what's called a salmon boa. Look at how deep the bow ties are on the saddles. Look at the tail. Now, salmon boa is a type of hypomelanistic, meaning it has very low amounts of black pigment. Thus, the red pigment appears to be lighter. Look at that beautiful animal. Now, this here is a true red tail. Oh, nice. Now this is a, thank you, bro. This is like a Guyana red tail. Pretty sure it's a Guyana. Now look how the saddles connect They're larger. And now look at the change in the color from the tail. Look how burgundy the saddles on the tail are. Look at that side there. You see that? Now again, look at the belly. Look how highly spotted it is. Almost like a slate color. Now look at the peach in between the scales on the side. Believe it or not, this happens to be a very mediocre, attractive one. This is an okay looking boa. It's not beautiful. Boas, man, amazing animals. I almost feel bad for the breeders out there that people have started to drop them as their point of interest, their focus. Great animals, and again, they're trying to ban these things from us too. So if you're into boas, I'm into boas too. Boas.
Hello Bruce, this is Rhodesian Rick coming here with a nice South African snake here. We call this one Barabbas. He's a South African Cape Cobra. A lot of these guys come into the country, they look brown, they look mottled. Every once in a while you get a real nice pretty yellow one like this guy here. This one was imported out of South Africa like I guess 3 or 5 years ago, and we've raised him up. It's actually gifted to Ryan as a birthday gift a couple of years back. So we named him Barabbas, and Mr. Kevin here is going to be taking him out.
Let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes. Now the thing about Cape Cobra is that it's arguably the most toxic cobra in the world. Most people that get envenomated in the wild live for approximately 35 to 40 minutes unless they get anti-venom. Now, knowing that, we're going to take extreme precautions. My good friend Seth over here, he's going to be the backup man. And Kevin here is going to be using his wits and skills to maneuver this excellent form of reptile artistry. So, take it away, Kevin and Mr. Cape Cobra.
Thank you, sir.
Again, this is a real venomous snake. It is truly a South African wonder. Extremely toxic. It uses a neurotoxic venom. No one should try this at home. If you live in a state that does not have venomous laws, and pretty much you can own whatever you'd like, I do not recommend this as a beginner snake. Again, we are professionals and we do this for a living. We're located very close to Miami, Florida. We have the wonderful Venom 1 team, Miami-Dade Fire Rescue, and those guys have one of the largest venom banks in the world.
What a beautiful snake. Please be careful.
Do me a favor, Kevin.
Yep.
Trade spots with me, man. Put him on the ground, bro. Try and get his attention. Don't move your hook, Kevin. I'm going to get his attention. I'm going to get his attention right now. You people can't see this, but I'm actually using my baseball head as kind of a distraction, a diversion, so that he focuses on me and not on Kevin. Alright, Kevin, you feel good about this one, yeah?
Yep.
Alright, let's put him in the can, bro. Oh, good, bro. Oh, get him in the can, Kevin. Good, good, good. Hold him right there. Hold him right there. Beautiful. Alright, let's put him away. Alright, guys, my name is Rhodesian Rick, and this is the South African Cape Cobra.
Merry Christmas.
You're good. This is just for information. It's my cage. My money bought the snake. I'm sure though they bought the ribbon.
Actually, we took it from the change dish.
There you go.
freaking recording yet?
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's get this over with. I think we've got some New Year's celebrations to get to over here. Your 3 winners for this week. Congratulations, you knuckleheads. Your comments were less crappier than the others. You will be winning horsetail ferns. If you don't like the prize, come up with better comments next time. I don't give a crap.
Ah, my nuts.
That's just ridiculous. Anyways, our first winner over here is our good friend Tyler Trilly. Man, what a terrible last name. Anyways, he says that he does that ballet and man hugging like the owner Ryan does. I forget what they call it. Something like dumb or something like that. I also do martial arts, Tyler. It's called Ching Ching Pow. Ching Ching Pow. Ha ha ha, get it? I don't care if you don't like it. Anyways, he also likes great white sharks. He said that's his favorite non-reptilian animal. In other words, what he was really trying to say is he likes Moody Booty, 'cause I'm great and white. Ha ha ha, that was a good one. I came up with that all by myself, guys. Anyways, moving on. Our next winner that's going to be winning that fern thing is Aztec Raptor. He likes greyhounds. Now here's a guy I like. I also like the greyhounds. That reminds me, I used to go to the tracks a lot. That's how I wound up over here. Let me give you guys a word of advice. Never pick the dogs that have the name Luck or Lucky in their name, because they're never lucky. They never win. That's like saying, pick me because I'm definitely gonna lose. Anyways, Aztec, maybe me and you will go down to the track someday. I'll let you treat me to a buffet dinner. Sounds good? I hope you enjoy. And finally, we've got Juggernaut Reptiles. Juggernaut Reptiles says that his favorite non-reptilian animal is the polar bear, because it's the largest land carnivore. I beg to differ. That'd be Inbred Ned. By far the largest land carnivore. Ha ha! Did you hear that, Inbred? I've just made fun of you again.
Yeah, I got you.
Anyways.
You'll get yours.
Shut up. He also likes pet skunks. He said he got a pet skunk from us last summer. I sure hope that wasn't the one we forgot to descent. Anyways, you guys are the winners. But before we go, there was a bigger winner this week. Even though you're not getting a prize, you're going to get a shout out from Moody Booty. And that means a whole heck of a lot. My good friend, Branyan Moore, sent me a lovely Christmas card. Well, actually, it's a Winter's Greetings card. I don't know if that's the same thing. Winter's greetings to you too. But don't think that sending me this crap's gonna get you free crap, okay?
Underground.
See you guys. Make sure you send us your comments on the YouTube. I will pick new winners next week if they don't suck. This is Moody Booty signing off.
Moody Booty, you suck.
Shut up.
No more complaints about my dirty, dull blade. By this time next week, this thing's gonna be spit shined. Ready to cut weeds, branches, and who knows what else. Hi, Kate.
Hi, Kiki.
Hi, Kiki. Thanks for watching 20 Minutes Underground. We appreciate you guys coming by. Don't forget to leave a comment. Question of the week? It's an interesting one. What do you guys think about the online forums, the reptile forums? We want to know what you think the best of them is and the worst of them, and why. Best online forums, the worst online forums, and why. That's 20 Minutes Underground. I can circumcise a gnat with this thing now. Wuss.